welcome back. Here is me, still in my mess of moving. I'm in a different room today, but that's still going on. And technically I've already talked about these things, but I have all the physical books for my TBR for this now, so I figured I'd do kind of an update with all of them to talk again about how I'm running this too. So let's hop into it. I'm going to be participating in the Seasonathon, spring cleaning, spring into reading, the spring part of it, whatever. That's technically supposed to be going on from the 15th to the 21st, but I'm just going to extend it to the full month because I'm moving and it's kind of a mess, so just finishing books is kind of the goal. More so than, being on time with the reading in the session. The only one that I'll probably try to do on time will be the buddy read one, which makes sense because I would like to participate in the live show, I think, and be there as people are discussing it and stuff. So that's the only thing that I'm gonna try to follow through on, within the time frame. Anywho, let's hop into it. The first prompt that I have a book for is the Spring Cleaning Prompt, which is a book that has been on your shelf for a long time. And for that, I have the Jade Flute, which is a book of Chinese poetry in prose. Couldn't tell you when I got this book. Probably from a thrift store, but I've had it for a very long time, so it fits the prompt, and that's what that one is. And I'm excited for it. I haven't really read a lot of prose poetry, just poetry, and especially Chinese style. I think it'll be interesting. So, there's book one. The next book on the list of prompts, at least the order I have them written down, is a book with green on the cover. And for that, I'm going to do Her Body and Other Parties, which if you've watched my other videos where I've talked about this, I'm pretty sure I said it was Her Body and Other Stories because I thought it was a short story anthology. And it might still be the way it's sectioned out, but it might also just be that it's one of those books that has named chapters. Either way, it's got green on the cover, so that's that one. I've already started it, but I'm not super far into it. I've read one of the chapters / stories that's in it, so we've started on it. We've made progress. The next, this one I didn't have for the last time I talked about it, but I did find one. The next prompt was Over the Rainbow, which is a classic fairy tale or other classic story retelling, and I found The Little Werewolf, which is a retelling of The Little Mermaid, and it's adorable, and I already read it because it's super short, and I saw it, and I wanted to read it, but it counts for that prompt, because as I said, I'm going to extend the whole thing through the whole month, instead of only doing it for that week of the readathon. So I'm excited, I'm happy, I love it. It's super, super cute. If you're looking for a fun, quick little graphic novel, this was a great one, and I love that it's a retelling of The Little Mermaid. I didn't even make that connection, even though it's subtitled Far Out Fairy Tales, and The Little Mermaid, the Little Werewolf is a word different, but at the very end of it, it has this thing that's here's how it's The Little Mermaid, and I was oh, you were literally retelling a fairy tale. But it's cute, and it ends better than the original Little Mermaid, so you should read it too if you like that kind of thing. And then the next prompt is The Women's March, which is a book about a strong female character. For that, I have The Other Side of the Stars, which is a book that takes place in post-World War II America, and since it deals with Nazis and post-World War II America, it seemed like the kind of story that was going to need a strong female character. And since it takes place with a female character, I was perfect, I'm counting it. This is my book for a strong female character. I'm really excited for it. I haven't read any World War II fiction in a while, and it's one of my favorite eras to read about historically, so I think this will be a good one, and I'm sure that's why I picked it up originally, and now it's time to finally read it. Yay! And then finally, the last book on it is their Spring Break Bash, In other words, a buddy read that they've got set up where either you could do your own buddy read with a friend, or they had selected this book that they're going to be discussing in a live show, which is the semi-definitive list of worst nightmares. I already read a chapter of this, and I really like the writing style, so I'm really excited to keep going on this one. It's going to be a silly little romance. It involves dealing with your phobias and handling your fears and stuff, and I think it'll be really cute and really fun. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to put together a full-on list of, like, here are all the books, now that I have physical copies of them for this, and do, like, as a specific readathon. So there we go, my whole list. I'm very excited. If you're participating in this readathon, feel free to leave your comments down below of what you're reading for it. I'd be curious to see what other things people are picking out for it. And yeah, let me know if you are. Let me know if you've read any of my books, and if you're excited for any of them too, and all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Umlaut Harper signing out.